Welcome back to Jessica's Craft Time. Today we are going to try something a little bit different. We're going to try some alcohol ink blending. I haven't done this before. I don't know what I'm doing. We're going to play with it and see how we go. First off, I've got some plastic on my desk. This is what I've used for the paint pouring. Then we've got some alcohol inks and a blending solution for alcohol ink. We've got that, so we'll pop them up there. I've got a straw. We've got some paper towel because I'm going to make a mess, and a paintbrush. Not sure. Then we've also got some synthetic paper. Now, I got all this from Riot Art. The synthetic paper's for the alcohol ink. It's so that it doesn't suck in the ink straight away, and you can move the ink around the paper. These are an A4 sheet, but because we're playing today, I have cut it in half. So we're going to work on a smaller sheet, and I have some gloves. Now, I haven't put gloves on when I've done my paint pouring in the past, and I've ended up in a mess. Alcohol inks will stain your skin. I mean, look, they'll wash out forever. You won't be always blue or yellow or whatever. But, you know, like, this stuff's going to end up everywhere. It just is. It's me. I did some paint by numbers earlier today, and I only did one colour for about 20 minutes, and I got paint on me. I give up trying to wash it off sometimes, and it'll wear off eventually. So, but today we're going to get these black gloves. I like these because they are actually quite tight on my finger, except my little finger there is a bit. These are really tight, so I feel like I've still got, our light's not working today. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. We'll go up here. We'll just have to work with that. My other light's in the other room. So I like these because they're tight on my hands. So I feel that, you know, when you put gloves on sometimes and they flop around everywhere. So I think we're just going to get going. So from what I understand, the blending solution helps move it around the page. Who knows? Let's see. Let's start with red. Oh, that splattered everywhere. Let's see what happens when we add the blending solution. So it's running. Okay, this one might splatter too because it's the first. Whoa. So I'm guessing the blending solution is just alcohol that helps dilute the ink. Let's see what happens if we just... Ooh. So some people use like a hairdryer in a cold setting. Okay, I can kind of see it drying already. Let's see what happens when we add some more color. Now, I brought these alcohol inks, and then I realized that... Let me get one. All my ink refills for Stampin' Up are alcohol based. So I think we can use them as well. But let's just play with these ones today. And see what happens. So from what I understand, once you put the blending solution on, you'll kind of be able to move the ink again. Even if it's dried a bit. Oh, I don't know if I want it to go under my paper on the other side because this paper is kind of transparent. Let's try and put some more yellow over this side. Not really putting the lids on very well. That looks kind of cool, just like that. Oops, now I've got a spot that's dripping. I love how the red's kind of actually gone pink. What if we did some blue on the edges here? Let's see what happens. Now, I'm noticing if the page is by any means uneven, your ink will run. Kind of want blue right on the edge. I think I'll try and do one side at a time so it doesn't dry. It's drying a bit quicker than I thought it would. I didn't think it would quite dry as quick. It's definitely rainbow. Okay, let's try and work over here a little bit more. Where's the blue? I really have no plan whatsoever for this. Trying to get that little bit that's not covered. Okay, cool. What do we reckon? Do you reckon we should put some more reds? Yeah, let's put some more red on the end. Now let's try blowing it without the blending solution. Definitely gives you a more vibrant color. Oh, that was a few drops of it. It's quite hard when you get an edge that the color doesn't really want to run. See how it doesn't really want to run in there? Where'd that paintbrush go that I had? There you go. Look how the red's bleeding in and you got the purple there. That's cool. I'm going to do... I should probably recap these things. I have a feeling there's something that would dry out. The blending solution I'm not so concerned with because apparently it's just like an alcohol. and I have like a 5-litre jar of it. That was kind of cool how it ran into the spot that had no ink on it. But then I'm having trouble filling this area here. Now, see how there's this section here that's white? I reckon if we just drop a bit of blending solution on it, we can pull the colours in. All right, so what do you reckon down here? We go 2 drops of red and a drop of yellow either side. It's probably way too much. It's doing it again where it's sort of dried. It's just so vibrant, that red. Oops. There you go. So I can definitely see I've missed a bit of blue up here. I reckon we can just kind of move it with a paintbrush because I want this whole piece to be covered. And then the same with the yellow here. No, I reckon a drop of blending solution over here. Oh, I love how it goes without even moving the ink. Wow, that's bright and colourful. I've got black and I really don't know if I want to drop that into it. Let's do a tiny, tiny drop on the edge here. And see what happens. What if I just move it? Let it bleed itself across the page. It's so cold here. I'm getting condensation come down my straw. I promise I'm not spitting into my straw. There you go. Wow, that's really cool. That'll make some awesome background colors on a card. I don't know about the black. I think I've ruined it with the black in the corner there. But let's pop that one to the side. And my hand's clean. Yeah. Let's pop that to the side to dry. So that wasn't really moving the ink a lot. That was just sort of dropping it around. And let's have a look and see what happens. What colors? Let's do the same sort of colors. A red, a yellow, and a blue, hey? Do I have a blue? I don't know if I have a blue. I've got a dark blue. And let's throw a purple in there just because. So these are my Stampin' Up! Ink refills. I'm going to use the blending solution. Actually, hang on. I'm going to pause you and try something else. I didn't think of this before. Hang on. Okay, I've got a spray bottle. I've got 2 of these spray bottles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the blending solution into a spray bottle and see what happens. I'm going to get it all in there. Remind me to label this later, or else it'll be a bottle of clear liquid. Okay. Then we can... No, I don't want to do that on that one. All right, let's see. What did we do? We started with the red before. Let's start with the yellow. The ink is a lot thicker than the alcohol inks, just from first observation. Trying to do 1 drop in each. So definitely a lot thicker ink. The blending solution is, I can see that spread a lot where the ink hasn't moved nearly as much as the previous ink. So we're going to try this. Oh no, I just tripped it all in my lap. This is a real red. Oh, it's gone like green. There's a lot of ink there, but it's definitely not moving as freely. Well, this is Night of Navy. This is a gorgeous blue. It's a really deep blue. You can see just in the drops how much thicker it is. Oh, it's got like a purple hint behind it. The blending solution's pushing the other colours away. Definitely thicker. It doesn't even want to move. Like you're getting the real spots. The colours are a lot deeper. As if we just... I've got a purple here as well. That one you can actually see where the dots were. Oh, I dropped quite a lot of blending solution on that one. Okay, so I'm no expert. I've never done this before, but let's have some observation. I'm just going to let it run down and see what happens. The difference between the Stampin' Up! Inks and the... I want it to kind of run. The Stampin' Up! Inks and the Paper Mill alcohol inks. Let me just check something. So the Stampin' Up! Inks are a water-based dye. That's why they're not working as well. They're not moving nearly the same way as the alcohol inks, and that's because they're a water base, and that's why I'm having issues. Wow, look at that. That completely changed it. Okay, so that's why they're not moving like they should. If I'd probably used water, they would blend differently. But I'm really liking how the Paper Mill alcohol ones have moved, and I kind of want to do another one and try my spritzer. So these are not an alcohol ink, they're a water base, and that's why, it says it on it, that's why they're not moving the way I thought they would on the paper. But give me 2 seconds, I'm going to cut another piece. Actually, no. I also had this pack of black. No, that's for shimmer, metallic, and white. That's not going to work. All right. I'm going to cut off another piece. Now let's play with a whole piece. Let's play with a whole piece. Why not? Why not? Okay. All right. So Stampin' Up! A fail. This one is still wet, but still looking beautiful. Let's get rid of that one because that was a bit of a... We did the wrong thing, but that's why I'm here. I like to experiment and play around. Okay, I'm just going to put it on the paper towel because that's not... I'm like, that feels like real paper. That's because that is. They must have had just a sheet of plain paper in there to... I don't know why. But they did. Not going to go back in. Let's just put that away. Alright, that's better. That's more like it. Alright, let's play around with these alcohol inks again. I'm going to start with the black. Let's start with the black and see what happens. Oh, I just squirted it all into the lid of it. Okay. Let's put some... I have a feeling I didn't hit record before. So if I didn't, this is the start of the video and I'm playing with alcohol inks. Let's see. This is very, very dark, but that's okay. I feel you need to use the spritzer. So in my spritzer, I've got the blending ink at the end. I think I'm liking this black and yellow. So we've got our alcohol inks and they're from Right Art. We've got our synthetic paper and we're playing. I kind of want the yellow to not blend with the black so much. And I think I'm just going to let that do its thing in there. I don't think I'm going to blow that. No, maybe I will. Okay. I don't think we're going to use blue in this one. I think I want to use a red and do similar about the red around the base. So I'm just really seeing what happens with it, how it goes. It goes quite pink. Quite pink. I'm going to put some yellow. I'm going to do very similar to what I did with the red there, but do it with the yellow along here. Drop some blending solution. I think I want to blow it away from the black. Let's pick it up and, yeah, perfect. I want it to run a little bit in and now blow it away. Maybe we'll put black in this corner. Oh, so squeeze that all up into the cap of it. Oh, I don't really want it to bleed too much into the red. All right, I think I'm going to leave that one like it is. Who knows what it could be? All right, so in case the video didn't record at the start, this is the end. We're going to have to look back into it now. Let's see, that one's almost dry, and I just stuck my finger in it, and that's why I wanted to put. I'm just going to bring this one over here and see what happens. Oh, that one almost leaked ink everywhere. When we spritz it. Okay, that'll be interesting to see how. I like how it gives it like a speckledy look. But that's playing with alcohol ink. It's a lot of fun. That's really interesting to see. I mean, this one, all we used was a yellow, a red, a blue, and that tiny bit of black in the corner. I wouldn't even call it black, really. We just used your primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. And we've got greens and purples and pinks and the blending solution. I picked all these up on one of Riot Art's really super fantastic deal days that they're all $1. The paper was a bit more. I think the paper was like $3. But they do sell them. I think they're about $6 a thing. But that, just with those three colors, I think I ruined it putting the black in. that's been a lot of fun. That spritzing, it's kind of blended here. I can still see spots over here. I think you really need to wait until it's dry to spritz it. This is all done on a synthetic paper for alcohol ink, so it's like a plastic paper, and you can do so much with it depending, you know, you just got to get the hang of how the ink moves when you blow it. Like I said, some people use like a cold hair dryer. I've only got my heat gun out here, so I've just used a good old straw on my own breath. But that was really fun to play with, and I've been putting it off because I've been running out of time to do it, but I'm really glad I did it today. I love this one. I think I definitely ruined it with the black, but just cutting that off, how awesome is that going to be on the back of a card with just happy birthday or whatever? It's bright, it's colorful, it's got all the different, you know, colors in it, especially this end of it, the purples, the blues, the greens, the oranges. They're all the colors in it, and I absolutely love it. This one, I think we could come back and play with and see how we went, but that's just something a bit different. I wanted to use the black. It is very strong and bleeds into the other colors. You've got a little bit of grey there, but it really bleeds in. But for a little bit of fun, definitely recommend the gloves and protecting your surfaces. Other than that, I'm going to wait until that fully dries and then I'll spritz it again. Then I'll take another photo and I'll pop it at the end of the video, and we might be ready to do an intro again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the alcohol ink. Get out, try something new, try a craft you haven't done before, and we'll see you soon. Bye.